Hello, Wizards, and happy Thursday. May 21st, Mr. Wisner here. Good to see you all again on our last day of virtual learning for the week before you start a long 4-day weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Looks like the weather is going to be cooperating. Chance of some rain, but scattered, and some warm temperatures. So, Wizards, I'm asking all of you to get out and enjoy the weather. Try to spend some time with your family outside and play and enjoy the fresh air. Couple announcements today before we get started. I wanted to thank all of you parents who have been recording your information on the Chromebook asset tags and getting that filled out, as well as the parent communication form, parent feedback to virtual learning. I appreciate that. Again, I'm feeling pretty confident to say that students will be able to keep their Chromebooks over the summer to use them, and we just want to streamline that process, and the quicker we can get those asset tags filled out, the better. Also, I'm in the process of completing Zoom meetings with students, so most of you should have gotten my invitation by now. If you haven't gotten an invitation, please send me an email and I'll be sure you get it. But we're going to do some Zooming next week. I want to try to do 3 or 4 students. I did a couple today, did a couple yesterday. I want to do the rest of the students I haven't had a chance to do, 3 or 4 of you next week, a couple days. And then the plan is the last week of school, June 8th and 9th and 10th. June 8th, I want to set up a Zoom where we'll do just the girls for a half hour, then we'll do just the boys for a half hour, and then on June 9th, we'll do all the students together, kind of like an end of the year send off, and that'll be really social, that last one. I would ask all of you just to have your favorite book that you've read during virtual learning, or a favorite story you've read. Just say, this is my favorite book, Rubber Hats and Plots, and why. And then other than that, you'll be getting a chance just to socialize with the rest of the class. So next week, groups of 2, 3, 4, you should get an invite for Zoom. And then the week of June 8th, 9th, and 10th, half girls in the morning on the 8th, half the class of the boys in the morning of the 8th, and then the 9th we'll try to go together. And then June 10th is the pickup of materials. All right, so I think that's that. Chromebook tags, parent feedback, and be looking for Zoom invitations, parents and students. If you have not had a chance to Zoom yet, or have not gotten an invitation, please email me that you haven't, because everybody should get at least one chance to Zoom either this week or next week, and then the whole class the last week of June 8th and 9th. All right, your learning for today, Wizards, Thursday, May 21st. Dreambox, ABC, or up to 3 pages of the problem-solving packets. There's 4 packets. You can do up to 3. You may choose Dreambox or ABC or the pages. There are brain breaks, but feel free to get outside if you'd rather do that. In reading, you're on the last block of your poster, block number 4, and that block has to do with keeping track of longer books. And in this section, Wizards, we just want you to record an amazing event that happened in one of your books, something crazy that happened in one of your books, something special that happened in one of your books, and you're going to record that. So pay close attention to the slides, okay? And look at how that format is for the 4 squares. In writing, you're going to be doing an autobiography poem. Please watch the video that I put in there to see how to do that. There's a planning page and a writing page for your autobiography. Please follow the format in the slides. For spelling, you're going to be following the slides again in the links, and the focus is going to be spelling words that have to do with Memorial Day, like veteran, or honor, or military, or Army, or Navy, or Air Force, Marines, or Coast Guard. So think of words that remind us of Memorial Day as we celebrate veterans on Monday, and all the military. And then look for your specials as well as enrichment links as well. Now, let's get into the further adventures of the robber Hotzenplotz. And if you remember, we left off with Casper and Seppel thinking of a way to catch the robber Hotzenplotz, and they remembered they had found a bottle near the water, and they're thinking about planting a message in the bottle. The robber Hotzenplotz felt happy all through to the very tips of his whiskers. In the first place, he was now a free man again, which was, of course, the main thing, and in the second place, he owned a complete policeman's uniform, which is going to be very useful to him in his work. Think about that, wizards. He can always dress up as a police officer when he's going out to doing his robbing. In the third place, he had to admit that Casper's grandmother was a very good cook. Her sausages and sauerkraut had tasted wonderful. If I get back to that cave all right, I'll have nothing to complain about, he thought. All I have to do is get back. Chief Inspector Dimplemoser's uniform fitted as if it had been made exactly for the robber. He was carrying his own things tied up in a bundle under his left arm, and he held his stolen sword in his right hand. He was using it as a walking stick. As he strolled through the woods, he whistled his own robber's song, loud and not always in tune. A robber's life is merry life, under the greenwood tree, with a pistol full of pepper and a good sharp knife. Who cares where the police may be? With a pistol full of pepper and a good sharp knife, who cares where the police may be? He was wandering along, taking his time, and so it was nearly an hour and a half before he got home. As he expected, the mouth of his cave was boarded up. There was a handwritten notice on the doorpost that said, "Robber's Cave officially boarded up by the police. Unauthorized removal of these boards strictly prohibited. Unboarders will be prosecuted by the law. District Officer Dimplemoser, the Chief Inspector." Hotzenplotz knew they would have boarded up his cave. He rubbed his hands, beaming. Everything is working out perfect so far. This is just what I wanted. Usually robbers have other caves where they can move if their dens are discovered, but not the robber Hotzenplotz. Why bother with another cave, he had once asked himself. The old cave will do just as well. All it needs is another entrance, a secret one. It'll be quite simple if I work cleverly enough, no doubt about it. So he wants to have another entrance into his cave. Here's the sign on his cave, and there he is strolling through the forest, heading back to his cave, singing his little silly tune. It'll be quite simple. All I have to do is get that other entrance. After he had made sure no one was spying on him, he ran to an oak tree standing by itself some 20 feet from the other entrance. It was hollow inside. He climbed into the opening and pushed aside the leaves, the pieces of bark that covered the ground. A trapdoor made of oak planks was revealed. Hotzenplotz took a key out of one of the planks in the tree trunk. No one would ever have guessed that that old tree had a trapdoor that led right to his cave, which was right into a narrow underground passage underneath. The passage was exactly 20 paces long. Then he came to a partition made of boards. He bent down, pressed the secret knob, and pushed the boards aside. Smiling broadly, he walked right into his den. The police never knew he had the secret passage, wizards. Home, sweet home, he cried. If I know the police, they'll be looking for me all over the place, everywhere but here. After all, my cave's been officially boarded up. He tossed his bundle of clothes into a corner and looked around the cave. All his drawers and closets had been opened, and the contents were lying all over the floor. Everything was jumbled up, underwear and cooking utensils, his dressing gown, his boot jack, a box of cream for his mustache, shoe cleaning things, matches, a poker and tongs, a pastry board, a pair of braces, sunflower seeds, a brandy bottle, and hundreds of other things. Drat that Dimplemoser, said Hotzenplotz angrily. I can understand that he had to search my den, but he might at least have put everything back where it came from. Now let me see what's missing. It turned out that several things were missing. 7 of his knives, a pistol full of pepper, a telescope, a sword, a barrel of gunpowder, a barrel of pepper, Mr. Dimplemoser had confiscated them. That means he took them when he searched the cave, but Robert Hotzenplotz was not a bit worried. He had provided for such emergencies. He pulled his bed away from the wall and opened a hidden hole in the floor. Nothing like a secret cellar for keeping my ammunition, he said, lying down on his stomach and putting his arm into the hole inside it. There were 3 knives for each of the 7 that had been confiscated. Together with all the equipment a robber needs for his work, he reached in and brought out another pistol loaded full of pepper. That will do for now, he said to himself. I'll get the rest out later when I've tidied up a bit. So Wizards, he had all his supplies stashed away. He knew this might happen someday. This will do for now, he said to himself. I'll get the rest out later when I've tidied the place up a little bit. I feel like a housemaid, he said crossly. But I'll get even with them, as sure as my name is the robber Hotzenplotz. Not only Dimplemoser, but Casperle and Supple, most of all. They'll soon find they have to pay for getting me put into jail. Tomorrow I'll lie in wait. And if I get them, I'm going to give them a strict punishment. That's what I'll do. I'm the robber Hotzenplotz. That's what we'll set up for today, Memorial Day weekend. Here's what it looks like when he gets back to his cave. That's what the police did when they went through. They tore everything up. Looks like he knew it. Now, I was thinking the message in the bottle was going to be in that chapter, but it wasn't. So we're going to find out after Memorial Day how Casperle and Supple really are going to use that bottle and put a message in it to catch the robber Hotzenplotz. I want you Wizards to be thinking about that over the 4-day weekend. What message are they going to put in there to catch the robber? All right, that's it for today, Wizards. This is Thursday, May 21st. You are off Friday, you're off Saturday, you're off Sunday, you're off Monday. Okay, you will hear again from me on Tuesday. Again, parents, if you have yet to see a Zoom session email, please email me and I'll get you set up. Those should all be taken care of either this week or next week. You'll be scheduled. Some already went this week. I want to wish all families a great Memorial Day on Monday. And I want to thank all the veterans out there. There's many in the families that we have, either current veterans or past veterans. Thank you for your service. And Wizards, let's remember on Monday to thank a veteran for helping fight for freedom and keeping our country the great country that it is. So let's remember Memorial Day. Let's remember our veterans. Thank you, veterans. And Mr. Wisner will see you on Tuesday. I am going to leave you with a joke, a knock-knock joke. Okay? All right, Wizards, are you ready? Here we go. Knock, knock. Oh, you said who's there? Wah. Wahoo? Why are you so excited? Bye, Wizards. Mr. Wisner signing out. I will see you on Tuesday. Have a great long weekend. So long, everybody.